got 2 links.
Why did it just say stream finished?
Oh, it says
What's going on
live.
over there? Hello, Diana. Hello, Julia. Hi. Why is it showing that it's stream finished? I don't understand. What are you seeing on your screen for YouTube?
Oh, I'm not on YouTube.
It says we're live, but then it also says that the stream's finished. There we go. Well, that was weird. Hey, Bonnie. All right, so we're going to talk with Mama Juju, learn a little bit about her, and I don't know how much of it's going to be different than what you shared at Hazel's, but some of mine are a little more quirky, so. All right. So, Juju, what, oh, hang on, I lost my question. There it is. How did you get started in junk journaling?
Well, I was making, I've always been a planner girl. And one day I was making planners, and I was just on a search for a different planner because the ones I was making and stuff wasn't scrapbooks or memory books or anything. So I was trying to get some thought processes on some different ideals, and I came across Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I said, "Oh, that looks like something like my planner," and that was it. It was over. So I watched her, and I watched her and Tina and fell in love with it, and then it went downhill from that.
Right. Seems like you find the right person, and it's like, hey, Stella Bug. Stella Bug's in there watching us. Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah, Stella Bug's here this evening.
I sent Mama the link.
Okay.
Hey, Julia. Hey, Di. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Cindy. Alrighty, I don't know why there was 2 links to the same live. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but can you tell the brain's not working yet? Good morning, Michelle. Good morning. Good evening, Michelle. It's morning for me still. Do you remember the first thing you ever made, and bonus points if you can share it with us?
I can't share it with you. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. I gave it away. You mean the first thing I ever made was junk journaling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a journal planner, and I gave it to, I think, my mama. But that's been some years ago, so I'm sure it's gone now. She used it.
It's unused.
Yeah, it's been used. So, if not, it's somewhere. She probably wouldn't be able to find it. But that was the first thing that I made, junk journal wise, and then I got into ephemera making, and I got into watching Tina do all her ephemera making, and Pam, and then over at a couple of the other names like Joe, Rafik, and
Joey Defeat, yeah.
and Treasure Books and Seven Plaza and those kind of things. Then I got into challenges. I wanted to do a challenge one day, and I couldn't find any. So thank God for Susan. She just don't know. But you just couldn't find challenges. You'd search them, and they just wouldn't be there. Or they would be like 2 years ago or 5 years ago would pop up, and you just couldn't find any current challenges if you wanted to start doing stuff like that. And I was in a Facebook group, and Nana told me about, I met her there, and she told me about Dear Julie's challenge. And so I started going there doing those challenges. And meeting the ladies and crafting and all that, and it just kind of grew from there.
Nice.
That's the whole history.
Hello history, huh?
Whole
Is there a supply that you refused to use at first that you now love?
Um, no, no, because
No?
I use them all. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything. No.
You're pretty open to trying and doing things.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I mean, there's some things I do not like. I've used and I will not use again, but there's not any that I've used and just felt absolutely in love with because I wouldn't use it before.
Okay, so then what's something that you thought, oh, I gotta have this, and then you're like, afterwards, you're like, nope, been there, done that, don't want to have anything to do with it now.
Glitter, anything with glitter in it, glitter. I'm okay.
even
Glitter.
even like uh, what's that stuffed I likes?
Oh, stickles.
Stickles, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I use stickles. I like. Yes, Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah. I like stickles, and I'll use them because that is like glittered with the glue that doesn't come up. It's not that the kind of cheap glue, kind of the glitter will come up out of it. As
Gotcha.
long as the
Okay.
glitter will stay down there, and it's in a form that's not going to get on me before I get it put down there, I'm good.
Right.
I used to love glitter, and then Stella Bug came into my life.
And then it became all over the place.
Oh my God. I think I'm still finding glitter. She's been at home for almost 2 years now with her mama, and I'm still finding glitter. It's the devil.
Glitter all over.
All over.
What's your favorite thing to make when you're in a crafting rut?
Um, Snippets. No. That's a lie. Clusters. They just wind up turning into snippets, but clusters. I really like clusters.
And that's not, you wouldn't catch me there because, well, you know my issue with clusters. It takes me forever to do because I overthink them. So, yeah.
I just throw it down there, and you can always pull it up.
Christina said she did loose glitter yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty brave, huh?
Yes, she is.
I'm right there with you. Hey, Zena. Um, let's see, we already did that one. What's your biggest crafting pet peeve?
My crafting pet peeve.
Yeah, something that, like, when you're crafting something that just, like, really drives you crazy, or something that somebody else does that just really drives you crazy.
Oh, straight lines. Oh my God. Like straight lines, I can't. That's why you see all my stuff torn. Unless it's a
Yeah.
focal point that's cut it out to define and make it pop. I tear everything. I cannot stand straight lines. They can't, intersecting, I can't do it.
It doesn't look right for some reason.
I don't know
why.
I don't like white either. That's how come I never could do
Right?
clean journals or, I don't like all that white space. It looks like it's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't do white spacing.
How has your style changed over time?
Oh my God, it's done a complete 360. I started out, well, I told you who I started out watching. So I started out watching Tina. I worked a lot with Tina. And so it was shabby chic. And then Pam was it was vintage. Her style's vintage. She does other stuff, but mostly vintage. And so that's what I started out doing. But it was messy, and it didn't look like theirs because I didn't want it clean. I just didn't know it at the time. and it went from that to working with digitals and doing those things with dear Julie and everybody, and I would mix it up and try, because I wanted to try. I was trying all different kind of styles and stuff, so they told me my style was eclectic, and that was my style, and I was like, okay. So I started looking at eclectic stuff and everything, and then I found mixed media, and that was it.
So who do you think was the one that, like, mixed media wise, that got you going where you are? Hey, Brenda.
My sister.
Yeah, she does. So she does a lot of mixed media, not just like painting and stuff.
Yeah, she does mostly just paintings and stuff, and does other things like that. But I've always been a crafter. We've always crafted, done stuff. But as far as playing with the paints and everything and starting down that avenue, it was her. And then maybe the devil kind of pushed me a little further, because I was told I could not do something. And
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
that's usually the beginning of I'm gonna do it anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Definitely.
and then me being a bad redheaded child, turned into something that I love doing.
So it is now though, you have a lot of people that you really enjoy watching that influence you quite a bit, don't you?
Oh yeah, you talking about in mixed media? Yeah, I found after I got into the mixed media stuff, and started really enjoying it, and just really, and Bonnie's like, "That's your style. Don't worry about it. Just go." And so I started looking at YouTubers and stuff, and I found the Fibs, and over at I'm trying to think Dee I was the first one I found, and that was just so loving and accepting, such a wonderful community. And then I started going from there and over Mariah's at PM Studios and stuff, and a long time I just kind of hung out, didn't partake in anything, and because there were it was a lot of large people and stuff at that time. Well, I wasn't doing YouTube videos, but it was large people. It was a lot of people at the time. I felt intimidated.
Right.
Yeah. Like I still have never participated in a swap with P&M. I just hadn't done it. I'm like, oh, they don't want none of my stuff.
I think I would be intimidated by that too, because like you said, it seems like there's so many people over there that really know their stuff.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, well, especially me that has trouble making messes anyway, that would be a major challenge for me.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a little challenge.
Yeah. Welcome, J Mac. Welcome, Butterroll. Welcome, Steph. Can one of you do me a favor and drop Juju's channel up there for me? I imagine most people that are here know her, but just in case we have somebody that has not been to Juju before, and we can get it pinned up there. Okay. What part of junk journaling still feels magical to you?
Taking trash and making it into something pretty.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. My husband's, that's for sure. I don't know if he's talking about the magical for taking trash and making it something pretty, or the fact that it's crazy. I don't know. Not sure what
both, To think that you can take trash. Go ahead.
I want to address what Di said. Di, you are correct. And I will not tell you how many times those wonderful people had told me that, and they accept it, and they accept you where you are, at the level you are, and they help you approve I mean, improve. They give you tips, loving tips in a kind, unmean girl way. They give you
Right.
tips to help you improve on your stuff, and they are a wonderful set of community, and I'm very honored and proud to be part of it and part of that field situation because I have met a lot of people and a lot of artists. However, that's a personal issue with me. That's my issue.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with PM Studios, or I'm part of that support group, and I mean, their Facebook group, it's a support group. It has, yeah, it has nothing to do with them or anybody over there. It is a personal me issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. And that's the same with me. It's not that I feel like anybody would judge me or laugh or anything, but it's just not I don't feel I'm up to par to their level of creating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely.
Yeah, and I think one of them has said, it's like, they said, well, I'll have a piece of, I knew you when, one of your pieces of your first artwork. They said they look at it like that because you're only going to get that, and you made it and it's special.
Yeah. Nice says you need a wee push, then there's no stopping you.
Yeah. You're right. Well, it's just we push is all I have to have. The older I get.
Carrie Celine Michelle says imposter syndrome is a thing. And that's very true. That's very true, Michelle, because that's something, no matter how often sometimes other people tell you what you're doing is good, it's hard sometimes to think of it yourself that what you're doing is good. Because of it's just, I don't know, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't know if it's so much imposter. I mean, because I thoroughly believe that we're all artists, and because beauty is an eye of the beholder, especially artists are people who create things and stuff from the heart. It's not a mass production of stuff just to be producing it. It's something that you put your heart and soul into, something that means something, to have a meaning. And so I believe that, and I don't think I'm an imposter on it. The fact is, I just never said I was good at it. So some of those people, I admire, and I think their stuff is so wonderful. And that's when it gets into the level of confidence.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer says that she thinks that we're both at their levels. So.
Well, my brain don't understand that.
Right.
My brain doesn't understand that. But
Dice says swap with me. I've been with them. Where'd it go? It just left. I hate it when it moves when you're reading it. Swap with me. I have been with them since they began. Yeah, Michelle says sometimes our brains lie. This is very, very true.
They do. They lie all the time.
Yeah. Hey, Thunder, welcome. Hey, Carrie the Paper Monkey, welcome.
Hey, Carrie, how you doing, girl?
Hey, Marty. Welcome, Angie. Welcome. If you could try any other creative hobby, what would it be? Like you need another one, right?
Geez, let me see. What have I wanted to do that I haven't done? A creative hobby. Sculpting. Like with the rocks, sculpting with the stone.
Like carving things out of rock and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to give that to me, so I might need to stay away from something like that.
It's like, do we really want to hand Juju a knife?
Yeah, we don't want to give Juju any power tools. That chick ain't right. Something wrong with her.
Power tools and knives? No, not to Juju, no.
Not to Juju. She on that watch list.
Yeah, right. Uh, what's one small creator more people should know about?
Um, one small creator more people should know about. That has an active channel, or just
Yeah,
in general?
that has an active channel. Yeah.
Oh goodness, let's see. If I, um, oh, that's a hard one. Cause if I see them and I know about them and I go and watch them, then and I like them, or they're good. I don't necessarily have to like what they do, but if they're good and genuine and not, you know, then I'll blast it. And so, I mean, no, that's hard, Pam. I don't really know.
Well, I know that's one thing, you were very supportive of people in the community. I know, like with Lori from what is it, Lori's?
A little bit of crafting. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. You find somebody whose channel doesn't have very many people either following, or their lives aren't, not many people in their lives, and you try to make sure that people see and follow and come to them, and that's
Yeah.
I
Well,
think. Go ahead.
oh, I was saying, well, it's always nice to have somebody at your live that's appreciative of you taking your time to share your talent with them.
Yeah.
And I don't, I do some stuff, but I'm kind of stagnant in what I do. And I love to experiment more than just actually build one thing. Just stick with one thing and make it really grand.
Uh-huh.
I like to say, okay, what can we do with this? What can we do with this? What next can we do with it? What happens if we do this to it? And so when I find people who are really, good at one particular type of art and everything, and they're sharing it, they need support. And you know, because maybe
Yeah,
they have a bad day.
Michelle says that you've been really supportive of her. I know you were very supportive of me when I first started, when I first got into the community, and would tell people to come over and let me share my stuff with everybody. And you are a very staunch supporter of people in our community that is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated.
Well, I'm kind of selfish because I want them to keep doing stuff so I can look at it, because I am, not making any damn cards. I just ain't gonna do it. And but I really enjoy watching Lori pump out them cards, and the atmosphere that it has with the ladies that are in there. And I don't want her
Yeah.
to stop. I want her to
Right.
continue and grow and do more. So, because
Right.
I'm not going to, and I want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Cersei. Okay, are you ready for the speed round question?
Sure, Lori's got that time already.
At 7:30, yeah, it's about the time
Wow.
I need to do it. Oh, well, one last question. How has the junk journaling community surprised you?
The acceptance,
Yeah.
because I've been into communities, planner communities, and other communities, and this I can't talk about all of them because they're like little niches of communities like in the world, but this particular community inspired me because they were just so accepting and so friendly. I've been in lives where the host wouldn't even say hello to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to go to pop in and say hey, and have everybody welcome you, and then you come back the next day and they welcome you back and that kind of thing, and ask you about something that you had talked about the day before. That makes you feel like like they care, or they're in it with you.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Hey, Stacey May. Harley, stop. Hey, Kel.
Hey, Carol. Hey, Stacy.
I know that is when you first start out, like with me, my first lives were with you and Di, and you say hi, and all of a sudden you've got a ton of people saying hi, and so it becomes the norm if that's where you start out as. And so when you go into somebody else's channel and you say hi and they don't even acknowledge, it's like, well, wait a minute, what's going on here? These people are like super rude. And it doesn't even have to be like a whole ton of people in the chat. It just seems like sometimes they're just not as open, and that's hard.
Yeah, and it's not, and it's obvious. It's not like they don't see you or anything. I've been in there where I would say, "Hey," they wouldn't address me. The host wouldn't address me, and then somebody would come up under me or before me and say a comment, and they would address that person comment and stuff. And I'm like, really, really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've done it before where I've come in and said my normal hey, and I didn't get a response, and then I would do like a hey, and put big old obnoxious hands in there. And if you're not gonna pay attention to that, then I am obviously not in the right spot. So.
Yeah, no. If I come in and you're not going to speak to me and stuff, and you don't do that, I just don't come back to you anymore. I move on to something else. I ain't got time for that drama.
Yep. Hey, Natalia, welcome. And that's, and it doesn't, I mean, sometimes bigger channels can be like that, but if you look at Dee Dee's channel, they're not like that. Dee Dee's channel is just like this, where you go in. Dee Dee she looks occasionally, and when she sees people saying hi, she says hi.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's not just it's not always just because they're a bigger channel. Sometimes it's just that's not the type of community that they've built. This cat is chewing on everything in sight. Okay, sorry. Keeps chewing on all my stuff and I can't handle it.
And it's a lot of communities out there. That's where, and you kind of have to find your niche and what works for you and the personalities. It's real life, real friendships. You develop real friendships.
Yeah.
So dear Julie's community was very accepting and there. I mean, that's where I started out in the community, was there. And Kim, she was very, very accepting. She's I've said before, she's the reason I started doing videos. She was very supportive and pushing me and telling me I could do it and all that kind of stuff when I was like dead set against it.
Right.
She said if I'm going to complain about it, then I need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't make my stuff look like treasure books. I couldn't make my stuff look like Tina's. So therefore, I felt, oh my God, I'm doing this wrong because it's just not looking like that at all.
Right.
And then they just did it, and they did it so perfect, and I would have to rewind the video 2 and 3 times to try to figure out how they did it, and they never made a mistake, unless it was blooper day or something, or the mistakes they made was not that big of a deal. So I thought, no, we're going to go on this journey together because there's got to be somebody else out there that feels the way I do. Because I was ready to give up and root pursuit. She came on. I watched one of her videos and she just made a blooming mess. And she just kept going with it and was, talking about, people make mistakes and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then maybe I ain't doing something wrong.
Well, I know this is something that Di has told me often and told me just recently because I was in doing the collab with her the other day and I was struggling. It just nothing was working for me that day. And I said something about, well, I look at what you're doing and I look at what I'm doing, and mine's just flat and boring, and yours has so much character, and this is just really, it's hard. And I think the whole comparison thing is something we shouldn't do to ourselves, but we do. But I'm not, like, my art is different than what you do, and it's different than what Di does. So for me to try and sit there and do what you're doing right now is hard for me. I'm more like Pam and Tina and that kind. I can do that. But what you're doing, I can't. You know what I mean? So it's just a different kind of, I think, where we come from as far as our art. And I started with scrapbooking. Making a mess like that is not, like, look at Dana, same thing. Making a mess and just having it happen free is a harder thing to do for some people. Whereas making it perfect is a harder thing for other people to do. Yeah. All right, speed round. Where did my questions go? That's a good question. Oh, I thought I printed them. No, I downloaded them. I didn't print them. All right, let me bring them up on the screen here. Hold on just a second. Harley dude. I don't know why he's not asleep. If he could just lay down and not chew on things, it'd be fine. But he just wants to get his little teeth and chew on all the plastic and the paper, and that's just not happening.
Hey, J Mac. Hey, Marty. Who else have I missed? Because I have not been paying attention. I said Kale, Cindy, Angela. Hey, Angela. Angela's another one that she's trying to go live.
Yep. Angela Adele. Yep.
Yeah, everybody's probably done it, but if not, check her channel out. Some you like, subscribe to it. Go back, leave a comment.
Di's posting the members have access to special emojis, and Di created some special emojis for Harley. She got Apostle because she calls him an a-hole, and then Apostle because he was like walking through paint yet one day. And then she has her ninja don't, so she's like, Apostle don't. Yeah, so all right, pick a number between 1 and 15.
Between 1 and 15?
Yeah.
13.
If you had, whoops, back here. No, there we go. If you had to break up with one type of paper, who's getting ghosted?
Scrapbook paper.
Okay, why?
Because I can make it.
You can make your own scrapbook paper, so you don't need to.
Yeah, I can make. If I gotta get rid of one paper, I can get rid of that because I can make that.
Gotcha. That's a good way to look at it. Really good way to look at it.
Yeah.
All right, pick another number.
3.
If you could raid anyone's stash, who would it be?
Diddy's.
Right?
Yeah. That chick got some paints and some stuff I want to play with, and some collage books, and some education books.
Right? Everybody out there, if you would like to share your channel, if you do there you go, Steph just did it, ! share, that will share your channel. So if you want people to come over and check you out, then go ahead and do that. Oh, she's at 45 now. Woo, woo, woo. Nice job. All right, pick another number, Juju.
10.
What is a trend or supply you don't understand the hype about?
Um, that I don't understand the hype about.
Yeah, that people are all gaga over, and you're like, I don't get it. Why are they so gaga over this?
Um,
Like for me, it's mushrooms.
oh, stuff like that. I thought you meant like a person, a name brand or something.
It could be a name brand. It could be a certain type of supply, like the cinch machine. You know, things like that. That people are like all gaga over, and you're like, nah. No.
Okay, the big envelope makers. I'm like, what the heck?
Do you have one of them?
Yeah.
And you're like, nope, got it, don't like it.
Yeah, been there, done that. It's easier to cut it. It requires measuring.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it is a very specific. You got to do it this way, whereas it's
Yeah,
easier
yeah,
to just.
yeah. I don't do too
Have
well.
you cut? Yep. To me, I cut a square and make an envelope out of it. I don't need to have that thing. I would like to have that little corner rounder thing that it has on it though. That makes that little divot. You know the corner. Hey, stop.
Well, I bought me one of those all-in ones, so I spent about $70 for that. Looks like that's about all I use on.
Oh no.
That's all I use on that.
It's just a little corner rounder thing.
Yeah, the quarter round. That's all I use.
The expensive corner rounder, huh?
It was.
Yep. All right, guys, pick a number, please. Creative Nana says also she can make them faster without the envelope maker. I've got regular and the mini both, though. But she's got them both, but she would rather make them by herself. I'm gonna pick a number for us. Thank you, Di. If you could only have 3 supplies to use for 1 week, what would they be? And that doesn't include paper, scissors, glue, that's a given. So anything above the basic supplies, what would be your 3 supplies?
Paint, texture paste. You said glue. And my whale tail punch.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why your whale tail punch? Do you use that a lot for your pages?
You can make the thumbprint out of it. You can make half moons out of it. It does more tags. You know, you can make stuff out the little tags, and they make really cute tags too.
For you, it's a more versatile tool other than just the whale tail punch itself.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Never thought of it that way, because to me it's always just, I guess I look at it single-mindedly as it's whale tail punch. What am I supposed to do with it? What is something you used and then said, nope, never again?
Well, it's not slow stitching. I don't use needle and thread to actually do the slow stitching stuff. No, never again. I did 15 stitches. That was enough. I did 15 people.
Like, nope, no more slow stitching.
No more.
I've done that, not doing it again.
Yeah, oh no, that's what they made a sewing machine over there for.
Right?
So I'll just buy my slow stitching when I want it.
Right. Hey Jane, welcome. Oh, let's see, what number are we at? 7. What is your ultimate crafting snack?
My ultimate crafting snack?
Yeah.
Ice cream. Don't tell nobody.
What kind of ice cream?
Salted caramel. Soft serve. Blue bunny. It's
That
not
sounds
just
good.
ice cream. It's a craft supply too.
It's a craft supply too.
That top made a good palette there.
Oh yeah, true, huh? I
Yeah.
guess you could, yeah. If it's not one of those like papery tops, if you use like
Now it's
a
plastic. Blue Bunny just plastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
that works. Harley, seriously? Hang on a second. I'm gonna get rid of this hat. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine.
What type? What type?
I say it's fine. She says, what type?
Yeah.
Does it matter? It's pizza, right? I hope everybody's had a good day. Hey, Val. Hey, Nana.
Hello, everybody.
That's Stella Bugs here, Nana. She said hello. Nana's up there.
All right.
Did you say
Sorry
hello
about that.
in the chat? She's up in there.
Battling with that kitten waking up. I was over it. Okay. Oh, they walked back there, dumped him on the bed, turned around and walked out, and I can hear my husband laughing the whole time. He's like, okay, I know what's going on. He's been annoying. What happened with him? With that kitten lately? I don't know. He gets over on the back of my husband's chair and puts his front two paws on his shoulder and just sits there and licks his hair. So he's trying to do his work, and the kitten's just sitting there licking his hair. And he's like, "Can you get this thing off me?" You take him off, put him on the ground, and 2 seconds later, he's right back, and he will continue to do that repeatedly. It's like, dude, what? He's obsessed with things. Yeah, very irritating. So anyway. Oh wow! I just
Hey,
my
what do you chat still?
popped up on my screen.
Miss
My
Marty.
phone died.
Miss Marty hits Debbie. Say hey. Hey, Debbie. I don't know if I said hey to you.
Hello.
Hey, Jennifer.
Okay, let's see. So I have a number 4. What is the weirdest thing you have ever used in a journal? Not the weirdest thing you've ever made, but the weirdest thing you've ever used in a journal.
Weirdest thing I've ever used in a, I have used. Okay, I can do that later. Okay. Well, I don't think it's weird, but some people may think it's weird. If you're done nursing, I guess it would be the medication packet. The packet. And none would be, those pretty little covers off the Kotexes.
The wrappers are on the...
Yeah, they're cute. Especially the Always brand. And, Kotex had to start doing because they couldn't let Always outbeat them.
I guess, okay.
Yeah.
That could be classified as weird, yes. All right, so what is the most random thing you have currently sitting on your table?
Most random?
Yeah. Something that's like, something that wouldn't normally belong on a craft table.
Okay. Geez. I guess it would have to be my bait. Everything else I use for crafting up here because I done, kind of cleaned it off. So, yeah. I guess that would have to be it because I use everything else. My life is very clean.
Was it your
Vape. That had to be the only thing. That had to be the only thing. Everything else up here I use in some form or another.
Yeah.
I don't have anything random. I cleaned the random stuff off. The spoon might be hanging around or some of that stuff, but I cleaned that off. I just have my drink can, sometimes it becomes a paintbrush, cleaner. Well, I don't think that classifies.
That's funny.
And that was funny because Lori Ladybug, she was like, She marked it water. One says water, do not drink. And I was like, I should have had one of
You
them.
wouldn't forget.
Yeah, I should have had one of them.
I always watching Frida. I always get really worried that she's going to grab the wrong container because she's got like cute little coffee cups sitting on the table that have what looks like coffee in them, but it's for coffee dyeing.
Uh huh.
But I not looking and just looking quick and going, oh, it's a coffee cup, grabbing it. Yeah, I would totally end up drinking it. Totally end up drinking it. All right. Anybody out there have a question that they're dying to ask Juju?
Juju's pretty open book.
Michelle says ice cream lid would be something strange.
No, I just used it as a palette, so that's not strange.
Oh, Steph's talking about food over here. I think it's taking them a while to catch up with this. What's your favorite color? Thank you, Ellen.
Okay. Normally, I would say pink. Pink is my favorite color. But when I started organizing my stuff, I had a lot of blue stuff. I don't know why, but I did. But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you pink.
So maybe what you use in art, maybe your color when you're doing art is different than your color that you like to wear.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like pink and I love pink and I love other people's stuff when they create with pink and I'm team pink all the way. Hey, but I have a lot of blue. See, I mean, I do a lot of blues.
Our friend Vale would like you to say her name.
Val?
She loves how you say it, yeah.
I said Val, honey. Give me that Val. I need to put this blood in that Val. Hey, Val.
What's your favorite thing to drink when you're sitting at crafting table?
Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Thunder. You know, cheap version.
Oh, Zippy sashaying in.
Hey, zippity dippy doo da day.
Juju's fondest craft memory. I'll be in and out. Got some mod duties. Okay, what's your fondest craft memory?
My fondest craft memory was popping into Dear Julie's channel and meeting Bon Bon and the girls there and Nana and Big Mama and then Dawn and connecting with them and finding the community of journal making on YouTube.
Hi, Di. Everybody's wanting ice cream now, just so you know.
That's good. I don't have any.
I don't either. I'm gonna have to order some ice cream to get delivered because now I'm craving it big time.
Well, I try to be good, didn't get any. I don't know why.
I know it's irritating when it's like you're trying to behave and then you really want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No other questions for Juju? Oh. Christina's saying that sometimes she's tried to drink her paint water. Di said she's almost drank hers before too. No, she's almost put her brushes in her tea.
Yeah. Well, you talking about a bad day. You look over there and you done stuck your brush in your Diet Dr. Pepper. That's a really bad day. The real Diet Dr. Pepper, not the, off-brand cheap stuff. It was a real Diet Dr. Pepper that just really upsets you.
What's the other one's, what's it called? Something about Thunder, right? Dr. Thunder or something like
Yeah,
that?
that's the one. Diet Dr. Thunder, that's the cheap version. That's the Walmart version. That's the one I drink. The real,
when I was teaching, I went to a training, and the woman running the training, her last name was Thunder, and she had a doctorate, so she just loved to talk about how she was the real Dr. Thunder. Michelle's Nova drinks the paint water. Oh, Carrie wants to know what was Juju's favorite thing she ever created.
My very um, in the junk journaling letting go world, it would have been my very first junk journal, July.
Oh yeah,
No, junk journal January, which is the one that Meg does. January.
she does both of them, but yeah, there was January and July. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure which one, but the very first one I did with one of them because I've done all of them since until she quit. But that was the most freeing thing, and everything stuck out on the sides and around, and oh my god, it was so yummy. Your name was pronounced like veal to kind of meat.
No veil, like what you no wedding veil that you put over your face.
Okay, that's a veil too, honey.
Veil, yeah, veil,
Yeah, yeah. When you get married, you put on a veil.
yeah.
That sounds real country when I say it though.
Right, it does.
How many journals do I make a year? I don't count because it's kind of a person. I have, I don't know. I really honestly don't know. I can count them.
Well, you typically make, I would say 2 to 3 new journals a week.
Yeah, I make stuff y'all don't see, you know.
Right.
So, and then, I'll have friends or coworkers or people that want something that I make for them. So, I don't know.
Ellen says, "Thank you, Juju, for being here. You are a gift to us." I agree.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Y'all gonna have me crying now. Yeah, I think I'm playing. I've been bawling like a baby.
Cindy's asking, "What is the one thing that annoys you most about your art or journals?"
Damn spine. I hate with a passion having to do that math on that spine and then sew that spine in. I just want it to magically happen on their own. I just hate it. That annoys me so bad having to do that. I guess that's why I was so in love with TNs. I used to make the Midori TNs. I loved them when I was doing and I didn't sew journals when I was doing the planners. It was I was a happy planner girl and Erin Condren and stuff, so I didn't have to sew journals. But then I saw TNs and fell in love with it, and it was on like a chicken bone then. And I was doing junk journaling in my planning and didn't know that's what I was doing.
So you don't make a template when you do your
Oh no,
Fine, no.
no, no.
You're like, nope, don't have time for that.
I have a template. Nana wonderfully gave me a template. I have a template, and several other ladies that I have watched have made templates and showed you how to make a template, but I don't have a template because sometimes I want one signature up just a little bit more than the other one, or I maybe want one shorter than the other one, so when you open the book up it kind of cascades if that's what I want to do, because I don't really want to be like straight. We can't do a straight thing. My journals aren't straight. It's not like a book.
Man, I think like as far as, because there's no rules in junk journaling, right? So making it so that your the part that you've sewn, if it's not even, then that really shouldn't be a big deal, right?
Well, now there's certain
It doesn't bother you.
There's a certain point, there's the wonky spine. Can't do that. And then, when there's a point where you can look at it. Even somebody who don't make junk journals can look at it and thought, "Woo, you was drunk when you sewed that in." So you can't sew.
That's when you add beads or tassels or something to it and hide it.
Baby, sometimes they come back from some stuff now. Some stuff they don't come back from. Some stuff you just gotta pull over and start again. That's why they make scissors. And then some of it you can save. You know, you can throw some lace on it or a ribbon or another piece of paper. I mean, but then sometimes it just really is just jacked up.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know, like, to me, like, I use the templates because yeah, I can't not do it that way. But it takes almost as long to make the template as it does to actually find the thing.
Marty's smiling and nodding.
Marty's always smiling and nodding. I'm telling her that's going to get her in jail.
Let's go get her in
Just
jail.
smile and nod.
In jail or pregnant, one of the days.
Right? Right?
As they say, girl, you gonna get caught up.
Anything else that you want to say before we start wrapping it up?
No, not really. Because I kind of say, you know, whatever hits my mind when it comes on, just know that if you do watch the late, that's right, and everything is a mistake. It's all beauty until you point it out. Yeah, that's something. You know, there's some things you just pick up and you think, what is this? But,
Right.
you know, yeah. You know, if you're starting out junk journaling or stuff, you know, you're going to find your style or things that make you happy. And it may not be the style of the people you're watching. It may not be that. But just keep going with it. If it gives you that giddy feeling, then go with the giddy feeling. If you get something and you're thinking, man, this ain't working. I don't think I like this. I can't do this. Then don't do it. You know, you know, don't do it. But go with what makes you feel giddy and good, and look at that, and don't buy 150 things out of all the different stuff, or you'll wind up like me and not have nowhere to put it.
Right?
Yeah.
I think the one thing I would add to that, though, is also don't limit yourself to who you watch. Because you can get inspiration all over the place. Like I do pretty much just junk journal type stuff, but I watch Juju and Di and other people that have a lot of mixed media kind of stuff. Like Juju said, she watches Lori make cards. She would never make a card, but I'm sure there's things that Juju has learned from her that it's like, oh, I could do that in my journals.
Yeah,
And you know, so yeah.
yeah, and I watch Mama D and all of them over on the knitting community, the crochet and knitting community. Them some tight chicks, y'all. We ain't got nothing on them. But I watched over there, and I watched them for some of the stuff they do, and what they knit and things that they make.
Because you can get inspiration from for like color combinations, you know, things like that from just about anywhere. So being open to what you watch and not just looking at it and saying, "Oh, that's not my style. I'm not going to do it," because there are a lot of things that I have learned by watching people that are more mixed media than what I do, you know. Vale says, Juju, absolutely love your style of creating journals. You are one of my top fave creators. Adore your journals.
Thank you. That's so sweet. What made me cry?
She's very sweet and very supportive. And I know I've seen her several times on your lives saying,
Yeah.
I just love what you do. I love, watching you create. And I think for me too, that's one of the things I love most about watching you is your ability to just throw it down on the piece of paper and you're doing it and I'm like, oh no, don't, you did it. Oh wow, that looked really good. Because in my head it's like, no, oh god, you're gonna ruin it by doing that, and then all of a sudden it comes out looking way better than what I thought it would. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, way back, Kim told me before, trust the process. And
Right.
she's boho. She does a lot. Kim Newberg is boho, and she's like, just trust the process. Just trust it. Let it go to the end. And when I was doing painting and drawing and stuff way back when, that's what they said. Just let yourself feel it and feel it on the way through. and see how you feel when you get to the end. You'll know when it's done. You'll know when you need to add more, start over. You know when you need to slap gesso on it. It's just, you'll know.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one thing I've learned from you is that, especially if it's a mixed media kind of thing, um, you don't like it, put gesso on it. You don't like it if paint black over top of it. Um, and I did that exact thing when I was doing something the other day in my very first challenge. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. And it was a black background. I'm like, oh, Juju says that I can put black paint over it and redo it. And I did. And it was like, yay, okay, now I like it again,
Yeah, you can always gesso it. You can always cover it up with black paint, and you can always put it in a graveyard.
Yeah, in the graveyard.
In the graveyard.
Is
I
that
live down. I
the
live
little
down by the
pile?
graveyard, so we put it in the graveyard. That's the trash can. You put it in the graveyard, and we never speak of it again. I tell nobody. You tell nobody, it never happened. It's in the graveyard.
Never
And
happened. I didn't see that. Did you see
yeah,
that? I never saw that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did a whole year last year of experimentation with just everything. Just try to make it, try to do it. Whatever I saw on YouTube, whatever people talked about, that's what I did. And so that was, we just did it. Cause you could either cover it up or throw it away. It was just paper. It was just
Was
stuff.
there a lot of stuff that ended up in the graveyard then?
I threw one thing in the graveyard, and I was told to get it out. And I was told, yeah, I was told, yep, it's just always, you can always burn it and turn it into pulp for paper making. But I was told never, don't stop. Because if I think it's graveyard worthy, then if it's not, tore up, like, I ripped the paper and there's no going back from that. But if it's not something like that, then keep going. Just keep going. You can turn something into it. Just keep going. Just
Yep.
don't give up on it. Just keep going. Set it aside. Come back to it. So you know, they
Yeah,
did.
well, there's a couple of people that are saying glue, paint, and scissors can solve all problems, and more layers is always the answer. Well, almost always.
What that won't, duct tape will. Tape fixes
Right?
everything. I'm a nurse. I know.
Yep. All right. Well, Juju has her normal lives every night at 10. Sorry. Yeah, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then she also on Sundays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. She does Celebrate America with Scrapbook Sage, and you guys do it on both channels, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can catch her there. And then I thought you had another one that you were doing too. No?
We had one on Saturdays where we did the collage channel and stuff. But Nana's gone back to school, so it'll have to wait. We'll pick it back up in the summertime again, or maybe
Yeah.
we might get to do it on a break. But she's a teacher.
Vicky says, I have learned from Juju how to make a messier journal that looks great. She's helped me develop my style and not be afraid to just do it. It's just paper. It is just paper.
And
Yeah.
that's so sweet because that was the whole point. I mean, if you go back and read the introduction to my channel, that was the whole point of my channel, was to learn with me and know that if I could, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. If I can do something and it turn out and look okay at the end, or if it doesn't, don't do it that way. But we learn together and we grow together, and it's okay to not have pretty stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And Juju does make the pretty stuff. I mean, look at the one that she's been working on with all the lace and stuff on the front of it. But yet she's still able to throw it together without having to really think about it. And that's just, to me, that's the most amazing thing, is just not having that overthinking thing, because there's a lot of us out here that can't do that.
Just trust your gut. Your gut knows. Your brain's going to tell you. Your brain's always 3 steps ahead of you. So your brain is going to tell you. So trust that gut instinct when you go to put something down. If you think it's okay, then it's okay. Do it. And then if you think, oh, I may not do it, let me find something else, then don't do it. But if your first gut instinct is to do something, go with that. Because when you overthink everything, you're either going to go back to that or you're going to overthink it to the point where you take it somewhere else and then you're really not going to like it because that's not what you were trying to do and want to do in the first place.
Right. True. That's very true. Yeah.
So just go with it. I mean, it's paper. I mean, heck, nobody's going to see it. I mean, I put my stuff out there in the world. I mean, look at the pouring paper episode. My God, that was so funny. Just do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good advice. Thank you. Good advice. Marty, Zena, did you hear that?
Well, some people have to have straight lines and white backgrounds and pretty card making stuff and pretty scrapbooking. That's their style. That's what makes them happy. Then do it. You don't have to be free. You can make those little blocks and that layout just like you do that makes you giggly. Go for it. Go for it. Make your whole junk journal a junk journal scrapbook. Go for it.
The problem is though and I know for me this is, and I have a feeling for others too, that sometimes it's agonizing being like that. You know what I mean? Like it takes you forever and you just want to be able to create it and get it done and move on. And it's like, why can't I not just make a decision and drop it on there and walk away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the overthinking sometimes can be a block to being able to be more creative because you're just spending more time thinking about it than what you really need to.
No, you're spending more time beating yourself up for thinking about it than what you need to. That's what you spend your time on. That stinking thinking in your brain and stuff. Just embrace it. I can tell you right now, I will not make a clean journal. I did it one time about needed a Xanax. I won't do it. I ain't gonna do it. But Pam and Dana, y'all can make clean journals all day long. And even when you're doing junk journals, they still look like clean journals. Just embrace it. A clean journal is who you are. Stop fighting it. Embrace it. Overthinking it and making sure that you audition 5 pieces is what you do. Just audition the 5 pieces and find the one you like and then move on. And if you stop fighting it and embrace it and go with it and build on it, you will find that it will be freeing and not a burden.
So all y'all just heard that, right? So that means when I'm sitting here overthinking, it's okay. So shut the hell up.
Yeah, but you can't. But you can't call yourself stupid, and you can't degrade yourself. And I think he just dropped something in the kitchen. You can't do the things. You can't have that negative thinking, stinking thinking that you do to yourself because you're having to do that. Embrace it. That's who you are. I come on here and I make a damn mess and I have fun because I want to have fun and have therapy. I'm going to do it anyway, so why not bring my friends along with me so we can all chat while I do it? Because I'm going to do my nightly therapy.
Is that why you started doing your YouTube channel? So that you could have people to hang out with and talk to? And
No. I started my YouTube channel for I made the channel, and it was going to be just private videos. I made the channel so I could post my Dear Julie challenges, the videos. Okay. And then I went with it when I was talking to Kim about it, and about not feeling like it was okay to do stuff and do stuff wrong and all that, and about the journey I wanted to go on. And she was like, well, just go on it with everybody else. And take them along, somebody else out there. If I'm thinking that way, somebody else out there is thinking that way too.
True.
So, I did it because it's okay. I didn't want to edit my videos, even though I have to sometimes. And it's not because of what I'm crafting on. It's because what you just heard. It's a door opening. It's a dog barking. It's something that I have to take out of the video. They come in talking some personal stuff or something. It's not because I'm edited out some cracking something I did.
Right.
And so I wanted to leave all that in and show that I messed it up I had a wonky spine or it was catty-wonky or something, and we got to the end result and it was just fine at the end, or it
Right.
took me two or three times. You
Right.
know.
So why did you start going live? Was it just for the challenge? For that
Yeah.
100-day challenge? Yeah.
Yeah, it was for the 100-day challenge. I needed to have some me time. My 100-day challenge was to art and have me time. And I needed to have me time. So I thought, okay, for 100 days, I'm going to go live and have me time. And so the only time I could have me time was at 12 o'clock at night because that's when this house decides it wants to settle the hello down. So, yeah, so I started going at 12, but I couldn't sustain that too much. I had to kick it up earlier. And then Marty, the reason I kept doing it was because of Marty. She came in and said her 100-day challenge was to catch my 100-day challenge every night and not miss anything. So when I was like, I really don't want to do this tonight, I was like, I got to because I'm going to let Marty down. Marty's going to be there. I got to go at least for 5 minutes, at least for 15 minutes or so Marty can claim her day.
Right.
And so me and Marty did our 100-day challenge together. And then at the end of it, everybody was like, you're not going to stop. You can't stop. You're not going to stop. And I was like, no, I'm still going to be crafting.
And now we're at, yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're at like 230 or something, right? Because I think it was like 220 or something last week.
Yeah, it's 230 something.
Because the day you started going live was the very first day that I started my channel. On the same day, it was that February for the February
100-day
23rd.
challenge. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's just so fun. And I like to have fun because adulting sucks and I have to do it until I can clock out. And I have a very, very full plate. A very full plate. With all my responsibilities, with my family and job and yeah, like everybody else does, it's life. But I have ADD and I don't have very good coping skills. So my coping skills, they decided I was too old to deal with them. They were too tired dealing with me, so they left. So I had to find new coping skills, and I ain't got enough bail money. So I decided I'd pick up my crafting again. And then
crafting for a while then.
Yeah, I stopped crafting for a while. I crafted, but not, I'd make a pocket for my plan or I'd do something like that, but I didn't craft. Then I picked it back up and started doing my junk journal and stuff. And then life got a little hectic, and instead of taking care of me, I was taking care of everybody else, so I quit crafting. So then, my she shed was just sitting out there empty, for a couple of years, just didn't do any crafting. And then, I started back. Because it's against God's law to kill people, so I decided I needed to find some coping mechanism. Because hell's hot.
Well, I appreciate you deciding to do that instead of ending up in jail because you doing your lives and kind of encouraged me to start going live because I would watch you. And by the time you ended, it was 10 o'clock at night here. And I'm like, I'm still awake for several more hours. And now there's nobody to talk to anymore. Because once I found the lives and watching you and Di and some of the others that I first started with, it was like, oh, this is a lot of fun. And then when it shut down for the night, I'm like, well, now what am I supposed to do? Because there's nobody here. And that's when I thought, okay, well, bring them.
Well,
Bring them here.
I continued up because, I needed to know how Marty was doing. I was dying for her to pinch the therapist's booty and tell me about it. And it was things, I had met all of these people that were coming in, and Angie, and everybody that I met was coming in and talking to me, and we was, I was sharing my day, and they were sharing their days, and even though it took me a while to catch up. And sometimes after live was over and I was scrubbing through my conversation before I saw that, but I read it. And it was like we had developed a little family in 100 days, and I did not want to stop because I wanted to keep up with my family. So, I had to keep going live because Marty's going to be there to make sure I cover my glue.
Right?
So when she's not there, y'all, my glue don't get covered. But it's it was just you know easier than doing videos, and then it got to where and I was trying to do videos. It was hard because I was wanting to hear feedback from people, or make a joke about something I knew was gonna bug somebody.
Yeah, and it's not there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not there.
the satisfaction isn't the same at
No.
all.
And withdrawals are bad.
Yep. You miss a night, and it's like, well, what's so and so doing? What's going on? I don't, yeah, you feel like you don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, that week I was gone, I was like, I don't know how the girls are. How the girls, what they do. How's Teresa doing on her surgery? Has she had her surgery yet? It was
Right.
just it was withdrawals was horrible.
Yeah, it's a strong community. That's
Yeah.
one thing I really love about it. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like I could catch it on chat or go into Miss Beth's Facebook and holler at them. I mean, I couldn't get on it at all because of the working situation, and those withdrawals were kind of terrible. I couldn't chat with Bonnie and Dawn. It was just terrible.
Yeah. Yep. No, I get it. I
Mm.
get it. Well, thank you, Juju. I really appreciate you coming on and crafting with me and sharing your
You're
time with us.
welcome.
Thank you
It's
to
fun.
everybody. I love doing this. I think it's a lot of fun, and I really like. I mean, it's not just like you said. It's fun having doing something, having that feedback and the um, interaction with the people in chat and stuff. But I really find it interesting as to how people started their channels and how they got started in junk journaling and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you sharing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me here and inviting me.
You are welcome. Thank you to everybody that chose to spend their evening with us. I'm sure I can speak for Juju on this. We know that you could have been somewhere else, but we appreciate that you chose to spend your time here, and we do not take that lightly. And we love you for it. So thank you all. Juju will be on in about 40 minutes, right, Juju?
Right.
And I will see you then after Juju gets done. So thank you for being here, and have a great evening, or what's left of your evening. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.